Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Big Things Kentucky, round one, baby. Round one.
Have no fear, Big Things Kentucky is here. I'm Coach Bew, my man, Ozon Mitchell. The cameraman's favorite cameraman's on assignment. Coach Truck, what's good?
Well, I don't know, but I know round one is brought to you by RC Cola, baby, because it's going to be pop tops all over the state this week.
Hey, RC Cola, mess with your boys, man. Come on, we can make a good partnership.
Hey, man, we can get up. We can do some great things out here.
No, we can do some shirt and everything.
We can do some big things.
Sure can.
Well, Coach Truck, I got a bone to pick with you, man. I was at the Henry Clay game last week.
Mm-hmm.
Ran into your coach.
My coach.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah,
Scott County's coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Coach McKee.
Yeah. So I went over and said, "What's up, Coach?" He's like, "Hey, Big Things Kentucky." I was like, "What's up, man?" He was like, man, the breakfast thing, I've been trying to get in contact with Coach Truck, and then he gets in contact with you, and then he leaves us out. He don't want to invite us. What y'all talking about, man?
Time with us, man.
You know y'all don't want to eat with my coach, man. Y'all pick against us.
For years.
Y'all don't like us. Next thing I know, somebody gonna be talking about we can't beat teams we supposed to beat when we ain't supposed to beat them and calling us pin stack. Nah, man, I got a good relationship.
Hey,
That's my coach.
But he said, I would like to have breakfast with all three of y'all.
I got to protect my coach, man.
Oh, boy, Coach McKee, contact us individually. We'll come eat breakfast with you. This guy right here, holding out.
I know some good old country spots down there.
Wait, I'm trying to tell you.
Ham biscuit. Man.
Well, anyway, here we go. Let's look at what happened last week.
It's time to tell you, little baby, I got a thing for you. And I'm open to anything for you, same for you. Down on one knee and pull out a rain for you. Travel on a plane.
We're going to pray for Coach Truck and his picks on the rest of the year because Lord knows he's falling off the wagon. God, please help him. Touch him, Lord. Help him lose more games so I can pass him. Please, Lord, make him lose more games. And all these prayers were for our Heavenly Father. In Jesus' name, amen. Coach Truck lose.
Man, look here, man, I'm gonna say this. Chance, look here, you let me I'm cool for you get on here and
that's what happens when you pick with your heart.
Go 7-9. 7-9.
He picked with his heart, Bew.
He picked with his left foot. He just did like this.
When he took Berea,
yeah, you knew it was over.
Truck got lucky to Berea. He threw something to the wall and it stuck.
Yeah, and hey, I'm just saying though, man, I'm up so far, man. What?
Hey,
should I just fold and just be
we got the playoffs coming, and I always make my run in the playoffs. Somebody asked for divine intervention, but we will see. We will see what's going on. But here's our standings. Now that brings us to our Wing Kyng Player of the Week for our last week of the season.
Congratulations on being Wing Kyng Player of the Week. Keep doing big things on and off the field.
Look, if I ain't the man, then I am the king. If I ain't the king, then I am.
Make sure you come on by. You get your 6-piece combo, 101 West Loudon Avenue.
Hey man, we finally got a Brian Fisher defender. Thank you. I've been fighting all week, all year, but they keep vetoing me. Shout out to my guy Jordan Haskins, who stepped in to play quarterback. Well, I've been vexed for that all year. JT Haskins heard my prayers, heard my cries, and he put him in there. 3 touchdowns, 204 passing. The man can make decisions at the quarterback that no other quarterback can make.
He also had an interception.
And he played defense, got an interception.
Now, is that kind of like the tweak?
It's got to be.
Is that JT Haskins' version of the tweak?
Hold on, no.
Because that tweak is bad luck.
The tweak got him to the Final Four.
Got to press the tweak.
I've been asking for that for 2 years.
No, I was going to say
I've been asking for this for 2 years, and then you see what happens, man. Congratulations, young fellow, on being Player of the Week.
That's it.
All right. Well, here we are. We got round one. We're going to bring on a special guest, our man, the professor, Mr. Jared Peck.
always, it's a pleasure to have my guy, the professor, a.k.a. Cool Daddy Fresh himself.
Mr. Kango.
Keeps the dope Kango on. I like that Navy one there. Our guy, Jerry Peck, fan of the program. Lexington Herald Leader, sports reporter. He does it all.
He literally does it all. And right now, he's in soccer, volleyball.
Done, but almost done.
What else? Golf, cross country. What else you covering right now?
Golf and cross country, yes.
And we starting to play off.
I went to Bowling Green for golf.
The fourth grade girl in Somerset that plays goalie.
I do not. I'm glad you guys finally had me on here because I was afraid I was on assignment.
Man, I'm telling you. He tried to big time you go get Josh Moore on you, man.
Like when I saw Josh on here, I was like, oh no. And then he went undefeated for the week.
He said it too.
I was like, no, I can't.
Can't top it.
Thankfully, I don't think we're picking too many of these games. So
you need to write a book about G.I. Joe or something. Something we can relate to.
Now, Jared, we brought you on. We're getting ready for the playoffs. I know you'll have your playoff synopsis coming out soon. If not, it's out already.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be out Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay. As you've logged your mileage through this season and we're getting ready for the playoffs, what are your kind of thoughts that you can touch on or ideas about what's been going on this season?
I think it's been more competitive. It's good to see Danville come along and be competitive. They're in one of the most competitive games this week against Greene County, I think. Lexington Christian looks good. Sayre looks pretty good, although they took a knock last week. I think Douglas, even though this is probably not the Douglas team of the past, is still really good. And they were in that game with Boyle County.
Somebody say they just can't beat nobody.
They can beat everybody but about 10 teams. They can. There's some teams that they have troubles with, but I mean,
everybody has trouble with those teams, though.
Everybody would have trouble with those teams, and I think Douglas has a good fighting chance against most teams. But are they going to beat Trinity at the end of the year? I don't know what they're going to do. That they're going to meet them in probably the region finals if everybody goes that far. So they're going to have to
cross that bridge when they get to it.
Cross that bridge when they get to it. But Douglas, this might be considered a down year for Douglas, but nobody wants to play Douglas. So there's that. And I think Bryan Station. Now I'm very interested in Jordan Haskins at quarterback. I heard about him as a middle school quarterback, and wondered why they didn't just flip that switch when Trent graduated.
We've been talking about we've been asking this for 2 years.
Especially Ho, that man next to you, he has been screaming.
I've been screaming from the mountaintops, put this kid at quarterback, man, for the last 2 years. But he finally put him there, so now we're here. Let's see how it works out.
And he's had a kind of rough season with an ankle injury. Not being full go for the entire season, but that certainly makes this week's games interesting. With Lafayette, because Lafayette's better. I went to see a Lafayette game this year. Lafayette's better. I'm not sure they're going to hang with Bryan Station if everything's going on all cylinders there. But that should be a good game, and I'll be at that game.
Are we expecting him to play quarterback Friday?
I do not know. I think if you try him out against South Oldham, then
you might as well go ahead.
You might as well keep playing. He didn't do too bad.
Not 2 3 touchdowns.
Well, Jared, I know. This is one team outside the Friends of Big Things County. Can you kind of speak on Franklin County, because it seems like no one is talking about them, man, and they're sitting there undefeated, and I know they play 5A
or 4A.
4A. I'm 4. Well, they play in that loaded 4A.
Right.
Kind of. Why isn't anybody really giving them the respect? Because I've seen some of the polls. Somebody has them like 17. Another poll has them 12, and another poll has them 9. Just can we talk about Franklin County a little bit?
I haven't been able to see Franklin County this year. They played Lexington Christian, and it's normally the game I would go to, but I think I went to 2 Lexington Christian games before. And so how I go to games basically is who they're playing and how I get there and who have I covered before. So I haven't been able to get to Franklin County. I think I've gotten them in past years. When they played Central every year when they were together, that was a game that I had to go to. And that seemed like that district game was nonstop. Now that they're in a district with people that they just murdered,
Yeah.
it's hard to get out to Franklin County for that, except in the bowl kind of games that they go to. And they weren't at the Boyle County Bowl this year. They invited Pulaski instead. So that's normally where I would have caught them. But it's hard to put a finger on it. I think that they're definitely, they're one of the best teams in 4A. And
They played
it's
for a
hard.
championship last year.
Yeah, and it's state runner up.
They're flying under the radar.
There's 3 consecutive, I think, regular season undefeated seasons. But for me, for ignoring them, it's just because the schedule hasn't worked out. I would love to be able to go see them, and I think that I eventually will before we get to Kroger Field. But it's just been a matter of things, and there's no doubt. I think one of the things that knocked them down a peg for me is how much trouble they had with Spencer County when they normally beat Spencer County to a pulp, and that they just barely got out of that game. And when that happened, I was kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about what that is and what will happen when they face bigger competition, because Western Hills is not doing it. You're not proving anything to me by playing Western Hills or some of the other teams that they play in their district. And the Spencer County game was like, well, is Spencer County better than I think it is, or is Franklin County not what we think they are? And we're going to find out in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Now that leads me to, I guess, the biggest question coming out of our area: is this the year for LCA? They finally got home field, so we won't be making that trip that they usually have.
What do you mean we? I've been on the road to Mayfield November 30th for 2 out of the last 3 years to watch them lose.
Yeah,
I've been on that train.
How important was that, though? Do you think, for them going into this?
It's pretty important, and it was good for them to get a team like PRP on the schedule, because they took their normal, hard knock losses early, but then they also got some wins that got them back up there, and it helped that Danville is better.
Yeah.
Danville's winning record helped their RPI, and probably Danville being, a one loss, only a couple losses or whatever team, probably gave LCA the boost over Mayfield this year. So is it their year? They've got to stay healthy. When they played Boyle County and they stood toe to toe with Boyle County the whole way, and I think that was after the quarterback got hurt. The first starting quarterback, and then the new guys did a great job. Nash Whelan's did a great job. They were right there, but then on the final drive of that game, Boyle County's final drive, I believe Sizemore got injured. They had a couple other players get injured. They just kind of wore down against a 4A team. But certainly, they played Franklin County tough a week or so later. It could be, but we don't know what Beechwood is like this year, because Beechwood plays nobody. They play Covington Catholic, and then the rest of their schedule is just running clocks. So we don't really know what Beechwood can do until we get to the Beechwood game. It will be helpful to have Mayfield and Lexington for sure, so they can make that 4.5 hour drive
coming the night before
on a bus. Maybe they'll get a charter, but if it's on a school bus, well. I think that they handled them last year. I think Mayfield is probably about the same kind of team they were last year. Lexington Catholic's a little different, or Lexington Christian's a little different. Excuse me, but solid. Could be the year, but with Lexington Christian, I've seen a kid go off the goalpost. I've seen a kick blocked. They're God's favorite team until we get to Kroger Field. Sometimes, and then it's like, oh no, what's going on? I was at the Boyle County game, and my photographer goes, "This won't be a game," and it's like, you don't know, LCA regular season is going to be a game. It's going to be a game. They're going to bring it to Boyle County, and they bring it most weeks. But we'll see if they can bring it all the way to Kroger this year.
Now I can ask the team I'm gonna come to you. We can talk about it a little bit. And I feel like underachieved like nobody's business. it has to be Taste Creek. I mean, if you go down the what they brought back compared to anybody else in the city, you would say they should be one of the favorites in the city. Yeah, they won their district, but the fact that they had one of the best running backs came out for 2,000-yard season. You had a quarterback who finally got his first stretch start. He had a great year. You had two great wide receivers. Then you add, the Tay kid from Douglas, which he comes in, he gets injured. So, man, can we say they really underachieved this year?
Well, I don't want to say that about a high school team. I think they've had injury problems. They had Tay get hurt. BJ was hurting. Not healthy. And then you just don't know about high school kids and what they're going to do and what they're going to do in the situations they get into. What I saw them play against Mercer County. They had too many penalties and too many mental mistakes during that game, and they still managed to squeak out of that. And you can have a million penalties if you can D up like Douglas D's up.
Yeah.
And it should be noted last week, Douglas against Boyle had 2 flags.
Say that again and look to your right.
Sometimes.
Say that again and look to your right.
He's so highly in Douglas all year.
Douglas's defense is probably one of the top 2 or 3 defenses in the state.
But like I said, but Test Creek had a high-powered offense. I mean, had injuries. Coach Hawks is a great coach. He's disciplined. So do you go down the line and say it's with your coordinators? Do you say, like I said, they're just high school kids, they've made mistakes?
It's not for me to place. I'm not going to say that a high school team is underachieving. I mean, you're doing everything you can do every week. I think that they have a load of talent. I think that there are games that they wish they had, some games they wish they had back, for sure. Do I think that they can stand toe-to-toe with Douglas and Station? No. They ran through their district, and that's what they've been doing all year, and they've been getting 1 or 2 wins outside of that. Last year they lost at North Oldham. This year the West Jessamine lost because they sat BJ to rest him for this week.
They rested some players.
That really is the glaring one. That otherwise they would be 5-5 probably, right? Or are they 4-6? 3 wins. They'd be 5-5 heading into the playoff, heading into this week against GRC. And they played GRC 2 out of the last 3 years. GRC is pretty good.
Yeah.
GRC's been ranked a lot this season, and Taste Creek has not. So Taste Creek's going to have to bring their best game. Everybody's going to have to click, and they're going to have to not get offsides, false starts, holdings.
They just have to be disciplined.
Knock that off.
Yeah.
In order to compete. And do I think that Taste Creek has the talent to beat Clark? Absolutely. You gotta knuckle down.
Well, man, looks like we're gonna have another exciting week. Are you loaded up? You ready? Do you have a Red Bull deal or something? How are you doing all this, Jack?
This is the first Tuesday night in a month that I haven't had a live game or a live thing to do, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I had a lot of soccer, a lot of volleyball, a lot of. We did the cross country meet on Saturday. It's been a lot. I did the cross country region meet by myself on the previous Saturday, and photograph it too.
Man, I thought I worked a lot, man.
But I'm not in the coal mines or anything, but I put in some hours for sure.
Does your wife recognize you anymore?
Sometimes. Sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes she doesn't want to. But no, it's fun. It's a fun gig, and but it's sometimes it gets to be a lot.
I got one more question for you to get out of here.
Yep.
What do you consider out of the 6 classes is probably the toughest to come out of to get a state championship? We know 6A is top heavy with St. X, Trinity, South Warren, and those guys.
Got to be 4A.
Well, I mean, you got to look at 2A has got Beechwood at the top of it. Until last year, 4A had Boyle at the top of it. Yeah. I mean, we have like dynasty kind of things going on. Trinity, 5A is the one that's wide open now. Mm-hmm. I think with Bowling Green having the year it's had, which is not good, they could still just run through the West. Because the West is really soft in 5A, and B in Kroger as well.
Can we
but-
see my jacket? Can we see my yellow jackets make it out of there?
in Woodford?
Yes.
They seem to always trip up, don't they, Jared?
The Yellow Jackets have found out that somebody can really play offense when they get to the big spot, the region championships, the state semifinals. They've been kind of taken aback by how efficient another team's offense has been. And when they hang their hat on defense, when South Warren came up to Versailles a couple of years ago and just wore them out.
But I'm the hater.
But
I mean, look at Scott County.
Look, I've been voting Woodford County number 1 in Class 5A almost the entire year, even while Scott County was still number 1 after they lost to Madison Central. Before that, I've been voting Woodford County number 1 in Class 5A. I think that they can make it all the way to Kroger Field. I've seen them play a couple of times this year. They are a load, and they can toss it, and they can run it, and they can defend it. But I think that 5A is more of a coin flip once you get all the way there than any other class we've got, because A's got Pikeville and Raceland at the top.
Yeah.
And Sayre snuck in last year. Class 2A's always got Beechwood at the top, and maybe somebody sneaks in this year. 3A's got Cal, and you can forget about it.
Right on, true and false, man.
Because Lexington Catholic, once they have to face them in a region final this year because of the way the RPI shakes out. And that's going to be a very tough. Lexington Catholic is very impressive and has a very good defense, but Cal is just
different.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And then 4A is going to be a great battle between Boyle and Franklin County, Covenant Catholic Highlands. 4A is the division that.
Yeah. I think that's what we talked about. Yeah.
It also got more shine to it, I think, than maybe even 5A. But 4A and 5A are up for grabs. Anybody whoever wants it can come get it. 6A is not, because Trinity is just going to be there, and it's just a matter of who gets the silver trophy, I think. But that silver trophy is nice, and it's good to make it as far as you can and get a region championship. And I mean, you're just playing in a division that's got
Bryan Station's been there a couple times.
Yeah, a division that's got Trinity at the top of it. And I would, it'd be great for Trinity to get beat.
I got one more before we let you go. I know is my Bourbon County Colonels for real?
Well, they haven't. The Bourbon County
heard Jared trip up like that.
The Bourbon County Colonels have had a great season. I don't think that they've played anybody.
Yeah.
There's nobody on their schedule. Did they play Lloyd Memorial? They played Lloyd, right?
Yeah.
And they lost at Lloyd. All right. Now let's put this in perspective. Lloyd thinks of itself really highly every year, and prior to this, when Lexington Catholic got moved down, they would run into Lexington Catholic and get whooped.
Yeah.
All right. So if I would give Bourbon County a lot more credit if they'd won the Lloyd game. But they were in the Lloyd game.
Yeah.
They were in there all the way. So do I think that they can make a region championship and maybe win a region championship? Yes.
Thank you.
But
you wouldn't bet on it.
But do I think that they're going to get any farther than 4A? No, I'm not sure. Or are they in 3A? 3A? 3A. Yeah, but it's just
Thank you, Jared Peck. I appreciate that. Professional.
Yeah, I think that they definitely can. I'm not sure who's in their path right now because I don't have the bracket in front of me. But
thank you for letting them down easy, Jared.
I appreciate you telling
me. We know what you did, Jared. Jared watches the show.
If they get Lloyd again in the second or third round, that's going to be a great game.
We beat him.
Hey, if we'd have said something like that, he'd have bit our head off.
Well, we want to thank you, Jared, man. And you say you're going to be at Lafayette?
No, I am.
Bryan Station?
Yeah, I'm going to be at Lafayette Bryan Station. I'm going to send Josh to Creek and GRC. Okay. We were going to go to Danville, then they moved Danville to Thursday night.
Okay, all right.
And I can't do it with Thursday night.
Well, y'all check out Jared. If you see him at the game, give him a big what's up. And good luck to you, Jared.
Make sure you subscribe to his
Kentucky.com.
There you go.
Kentucky.com. Digital subscriptions are available at Kentucky.com.
All right, that was great catching up with Jared. Like we said, this week is the RC Cola week. I mean, we pretty much went down the list, and I think we all agree. Henry Douglas will be Henry Clay. We got Brian Station, Scott County. I'm sorry, you Jack Scott County, Pulaski. We all on board for Bourbon County, Trinity, Madison Central, Lexington Catholic, North Laurel.
You can take a mass selfie.
LCA, Sayre, Woodford County. Are we all in the
Not so fast, my friend. Brandon Cameron Cup. Face Peak, you've been a disappointment all year. I'm gonna see. But you did win your district. I said because you say you win your district, you did win your district. These cats ain't believing. I don't think they want to pick you all year. But you know what? I believe in you. You got a great coach, Coach Hawks. Great program. Shout out to the 4517 Center Parkway versus everybody. Let's go GRC.
So we all in GRC.
Yeah.
You are terrible. You are a terrible human being.
Nobody pull that. Hey man, before we go, you also go ahead.
West Jessamine also.
Yeah.
We'll take that one.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Before we get out of here, man, I want to give a shout out to the Parks and Rec Championship teams who played last Saturday, man. The 7U MLK Broncos, the 9U Douglas Bearcats, and the 11U Shiloh Jets. Man, congratulations to you guys, man. It was a thrill refereeing your games this year, man. And most importantly, shout out to all the coaches who came out and volunteered their time, man. These two guys have been through it, man, and they've given plenty of times to these kids, man. So big shout out to the coaches and the referees who came out and helped us out this weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. Good job for the referees too. They put up a lot. I try to be nice to all my referees when I come.
Man, don't close out because you telling lies, dog. Don't close it out because you telling lies.
It's always, you have to be a living donor. I'm Coach Buell, man. I tell them the truth, man. I was good.
Man, don't close out, man. Ozark gonna throw another flag on me.
Kevin, man. On the side of that Coach Truck, forget you.
Hey.